Kentucky. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Kentucky Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, Kentucky's head coach told me pregame he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do...
Snags it and he's open. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Blasted as he lets it go.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Keelan Russell unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, it's Russell. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he gets one. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how he...
He'll off one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Quarterback gets past the marker. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Hand off for Baxter. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella, D-tackle, play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes second and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go play action with Russell. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it to the back. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Again, it's Russell. Pressure coming. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the secondary.
Russell from the gun on third down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot.
Might have a chance. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Barnes. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the delay, it's Baxter. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The run inside. It's Barnes. There's a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 91 sets it, kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On first down, here comes this offense. Russell on play action. Pulls it in, it's Hill. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. It's complete to the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Edwards. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Finds his big tight end. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Line getting set on 2nd down. The play action fake. Under fire. He sacked this defense all over him.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. With the catch, it's Rodgers. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Dropping back, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Trying play action. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer.
Personal foul.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for space, it's Hill.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll toss it to the left. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this.
Touchdown Tide! The offense cashing it in on that drive. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they did tack on the extra point.
Kentucky 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Finds his man, it's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Buying some time. This time he's got his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Got his man. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run. It's Baxter. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Baxter. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Kentucky trying to convert on 4th down. They'll run it with Baxter. And he's in! Touchdown, Wildcats!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Russell. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got the first down himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Keelan Russell trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Finds his tight end. Turning it on. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They go play action with Russell. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Fires quickly. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. This is why quarterbacks get the biggest NIL deals, because they're supposed to make something out of nothing.
He's spending on more linemen. Maybe he has more protection and more time to go through his progressions.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Russell on play action. Plucks it out of the air. jumped on top of the pile.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
This offense has it with really good field position. Got a man. It's Edwards. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down. Now they'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they go back on top.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. To the air on 1st down. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
On the ground with the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together.